In Uganda, the more curvy a woman is, the more beautiful she is considered. For that reason, families, and especially the mothers of the girls, ensure they eat plenty of food throughout the day. More food means a more bulky and chubby physique, ensuring their daughters find suitable life partners. However, things don't stop here. In Uganda, if a man and a woman want to get married, the bride's aunt will oversee all activities. Whether the aunt has experience or not, she will check whether the groom is a virgin and the bride is ready to handle the groom on the wedding night. She will take the groom to a room and perform actions that might raise eyebrows. But how does she check the groom's virginity? And what more shocking traditions exist in Uganda? Welcome to a new episode of Black Afric Diary, a channel where we talk about Black African history, culture, arts, and civilization. It's a place where you will see the real picture of Black Africa, its stories, and the events defining it. In this episode, we will tell you about the most unbelievable and shocking facts about Uganda you won't believe. Let's get started. Number 10. Beauty standards in Uganda. In Uganda, especially in certain tribal groups, beauty is often associated with curvaceousness and larger body sizes. Unlike many Western ideals that emphasize slender figures, in Uganda, a fuller figure is often seen as a symbol of prosperity, fertility, and health. Women with curvier physiques are considered more attractive because their body size is viewed as a reflection of wealth and their potential to bear healthy children. This perception of beauty is deeply ingrained in the cultural beliefs of tribes like the Banyankole in southwestern Uganda and the Baganda, who are among the largest ethnic groups in the country. In fact, in the Banyankole tribe, girls as young as 8 years old are sometimes placed on special diets designed to help them gain weight. This tradition, which emphasizes body size as a marker of social status, involves consuming calorie-rich foods such as millet porridge, beef, and milk. The fuller a woman is, the more she is perceived as embodying health, fertility, and beauty. This tradition has been passed down for generations and remains a part of the local identity, especially in rural areas. Number 9. Labia elongation. Labia elongation is a traditional practice that persists in certain parts of Uganda, particularly among the Baganda and Baturo ethnic groups. This practice involves the gradual stretching of the labia minora, which is the inner vaginal lips, during puberty, typically under the guidance of older female relatives, such as aunts or grandmothers. It is considered a rite of passage for young girls, marking their transition into womanhood. The elongation process is usually initiated at puberty, often around the age of 10 or 12. Girls are taught to use herbal oils to soften the skin and are instructed to manually stretch the labia over a period of time. This process can take weeks or even months and is seen as a way to enhance the girl's attractiveness to future husbands. The belief is that elongated labia increase sexual pleasure for both partners and enhance a woman's appeal, contributing to her desirability in marriage. This practice is deeply rooted in cultural norms, and the women who undergo it are often viewed as fulfilling an important societal expectation. The older women who guide the girls see it as their responsibility to pass down knowledge that will ensure the young women are well prepared for marriage. Number 8. Spirit possession and exorcism rituals. Spirit possession and exorcism rituals are common in many rural parts of Uganda, where belief in the supernatural and traditional healers remains strong. Spirit possession is often viewed as a condition caused by evil spirits that can enter a person's body, leading to physical, emotional, or psychological distress. These spirits are believed to be capable of causing illness, misfortune, or abnormal behavior, and they require specialized intervention to be expelled. Traditional healers or spiritual leaders, often referred to as witch doctors, are called upon to perform exorcism rituals to free the possessed individual from the spirit's influence. These rituals can be dramatic and intense, often involving dancing, chanting, singing, drumming, and the use of herbs or other traditional remedies. The goal is to invoke powerful spiritual forces that can drive the hostile spirit out of the body. In some cases, animal sacrifices may be made as an offering to appease the spirits. During the exorcism process, the person believed to be possessed may enter a trance-like state, which is interpreted as the spirit responding to the ritual. The exorcist may command the spirit to leave the person's body, and in more severe cases, the individual may be isolated for days or even weeks while undergoing cleansing rites. The belief is that once the spirit is expelled, the person's health and well-being will be restored. Number 7. Twins worship among the Baganda. Among the Baganda people of Uganda, twins hold a special and respected place in society. The birth of twins is considered a sacred event, and twins are believed to bring good luck and blessings to the family. After the birth of twins, a unique ceremony known as okukuliza abalongo is held. This ceremony involves the family offering sacrifices to appease the spirits associated with twins, ensuring that they bring prosperity and protection to the family. Twins are considered to have spiritual significance, and it is believed that they are connected to both the physical and spiritual worlds. The parents of twins are also given special names. The mother of twins is referred to as Nalongo, and the father as Salongo. These titles carry respect within the community and signify the parents' blessed status. Twins are often given special treatment throughout their lives, and the community plays a significant role in ensuring their well-being. Gifts and blessings are commonly offered to the twins, and their presence is seen as a source of pride for the family. This tradition reflects the deep spiritual and communal values of the Baganda people, where twins are not only celebrated for their rarity, but also for their perceived ability to bring positive energy and prosperity to the family and community. Number 6. Inheritance rituals and widow inheritance. In some Ugandan communities, particularly among the Acholi and Langi ethnic groups, the practice of widow inheritance has been a long-standing tradition. This custom involves a male relative of a deceased man, often a brother, inheriting the widow and taking responsibility for her and her children. In other words, the widow has to marry the brother of her deceased husband. The practice is rooted in the belief that it is the family's duty to care for the widow and her offspring, ensuring that they remain within the protection of the family unit. If not, the widow will have no one to get both financial and emotional support. She and her children will be lost. Therefore, the widow inheritance practice serves to provide security for the widow and her children, offering them financial support and maintaining the family lineage. It is also seen as a way to ensure the continuity of the deceased man's bloodline, as the new husband may have children with the widow to preserve the family name. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black Africa. Let's continue now. Number 5. Infertility cures through traditional healers. Fertility is deeply connected with a woman's identity and social role in Ugandan society. When couples face infertility, the first step is often to seek the help of a traditional healer before turning to modern medicine. Infertility is viewed not only as a physical issue, but also as a spiritual imbalance that needs to be addressed to restore harmony in life. Traditional healers, who hold great respect within their communities, offer a range of treatments aimed at helping couples conceive. These treatments combine herbal remedies, spiritual rituals, and ancestral beliefs. Healers may prescribe herbal medicines derived from local plants and roots, which are thought to boost fertility, regulate reproductive health, and cleanse the body of impurities. In addition, they perform cleansing ceremonies to remove spiritual blockages that may be preventing conception. The rituals often involve animal sacrifices, prayers, and the invocation of ancestral spirits to bless the couple with fertility. These intense spiritual practices typically include chanting, drumming, and calling on higher powers to intervene on behalf of the couple. Healers may also offer advice on lifestyle changes, including specific diets or behaviors that are believed to enhance fertility. In some cases, rituals are conducted to appease malevolent spirits or ancestors who are believed to be the cause of infertility. Number 4. Mock abduction marriages. Among the Karamojong people in northern Uganda, there is a distinctive and symbolic marriage custom known as mock abduction. This tradition involves the groom and his friends staging a mock abduction of the bride, pretending a forceful capture as part of the marriage process. While the practice may appear aggressive, it is a carefully choreographed event conducted with the full knowledge and consent of the bride and her family. This is done to show that the groom loves the bride and takes her at all costs. The mock abduction begins with the groom and his companions abducting the bride, often during playful resistance from her family and friends. The purpose of the staged abduction is to demonstrate the groom's strength, determination, and ability to protect his bride, qualities that are highly valued in Karamojong culture. Following the abduction, the groom's family enters into negotiations with the bride's family, during which dowries or gifts, often including cattle, are exchanged as symbols of wealth and status. Once the negotiations are complete, the marriage is celebrated with a feast and traditional rituals, bringing together the two families and the wider community. This symbolic abduction marks the beginning of the marriage and the union of the families, emphasizing the importance of family ties and community involvement in the Karamojong culture. Number 3. Polygamy in Uganda. Polygamy in Uganda allows men to marry multiple wives, with some taking as many as 7 or more wives at a time. Polygamous marriages are often seen as a status symbol, with men who have the means and resources to support large families held in high regard within their communities. In some regions, it is estimated that around 40% of women live in polygamous marriages. For many Ugandans, particularly in rural areas, polygamy is viewed as a traditional practice that upholds family values and supports the growth of large extended families. Children are seen as a blessing, and polygamous unions often result in numerous offspring, further cementing a man's legacy and social standing. One well-known example is Musa Hasaya Kasera, who has 12 wives, 102 children, and as many as 578 grandchildren. His large family is considered a source of pride, and he has even implemented birth control to help manage his household better. Number 2. Aunt's role in marriage. In some Banyankole traditions, the bride's aunt takes on a highly involved role, particularly when it comes to ensuring the readiness and morality of the couple. One of the more unique and surprising customs is that the aunt is sometimes responsible for verifying the groom's virginity. This tradition stems from the belief that a man entering into marriage should be pure, just as the bride is often expected to be. The process is conducted in a discreet and culturally respectful manner, though it may seem intrusive to outsiders. The aunt may be asked to engage in a symbolic or literal verification process, depending on the region's customs. In some cases, the aunt might have a private conversation with the groom about his sexual history, ensuring that he is truthful and honorable in his intentions toward the bride. In more traditional interpretations of this custom, the aunt may physically inspect the groom before the wedding night to verify his chastity. This is done by the aunt engaging in sexual intercourse with the groom before the marriage to verify his masculinity and ensure that he is capable of satisfying his wife sexually. However, this serves a double purpose. By engaging in a sexual encounter, the aunt judges how the groom performs to know whether it's his first time or not. If the groom is shy and does not know how to do things, the aunt gets to know he is a virgin. After checking this, the aunt teaches him and engages in a sexual encounter, seeing his performance at peak. This practice is rooted in the belief that the bride's family, particularly the aunt, has a responsibility to ensure that the marriage will be successful in all aspects, including the couple's intimate life. The aunt's involvement is meant to protect the bride by confirming that the groom is both morally and physically ready for marriage. The aunt is not just a passive observer. She actively participates in this testing process to assess whether the groom can fulfill his marital duties, ensuring that the bride will not be disappointed or shamed by a groom who cannot perform. On the bride's side, the aunt's role is equally significant, though it focuses more on the bride's physical and emotional readiness for marriage. In Banyankole culture, the aunt is tasked with mentoring the bride on her marital duties, which include household management and sexual responsibilities. This guidance is extensive and begins long before the wedding day. The aunt prepares the bride for her role as a wife by teaching her how to maintain her home, care for her husband, and uphold family values. An essential part of the aunt's duties involves educating the bride on how to please her husband sexually. In some cases, the aunt supervises the fulfillment of the marriage to ensure that it is carried out correctly and that the bride knows how to perform her marital duties. This supervision is not seen as intrusive within the cultural context, but rather as an important step in ensuring the couple's happiness and the success of their union. The aunt also assesses the bride's readiness for marriage through various traditional practices, which can include ensuring that the bride is physically healthy and fertile. Number 1. Graveyard rituals. In some parts of Uganda, graveyard rituals are an essential part of funeral and mourning practices, deeply reflecting the spiritual bond that many communities maintain with their deceased loved ones. These rituals often involve spending extended time in graveyards, sometimes even sleeping next to graves. These rituals are based on the belief that the soul of the deceased needs guidance and protection as it transitions from the physical world to the spiritual world. By camping near the grave for several days or weeks, family members help ensure that the spirit of the deceased is properly escorted into the afterlife. The presence of loved ones is seen as a source of comfort and protection for the spirit, shielding it from harmful forces that might disturb its journey. In many Ugandan cultures, death is viewed not as an end, but as a transformation. The time between life and death is considered vulnerable for the spirit, making the family's support during this period crucial. Therefore, sleeping near the grave is a way to show the deceased that they are not alone in their transition, reinforcing the bond between the living and the dead. One common practice during mourning is for family members to camp near the grave for several nights following the burial. This is done to provide emotional support to the deceased, keep guard over the soul, and ensure the gravesite remains undisturbed. During this period, family members may participate in ceremonial acts such as lighting candles, offering food and drinks to the spirit, and reciting prayers or songs intended to comfort the soul of the departed. What do you think? Should these traditions in Uganda be respected or seen with raised eyebrows? Isn't it true that every area and country is different and has unique customs that should not be judged? In the comment section right below, share your thoughts on the fact that in the West, a person can have various girlfriends without providing for them after the breakup, unlike polygamy in Uganda, where the man is responsible for his wife's care throughout his life. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We bring videos on Black Africa, its history, rich arts and culture, and things the world should know about. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.